Hi students, today our topic is sequential and weak consistency models in Model 3. In that topic, we are going to see about the concept called as atomicity and event ordering. Here, the sequential consistency is a technology which was developed by the author called Lamport, and it tells about the sequential way of executing the programs. The program order itself, it is arranged in a serial way, one after another. There is no interruption and prioritization concepts involved in the sequential consistency. It is better than the weak consistency model, right? So that's what this weak sequential consistency of our executing the programs is implemented in the system called as SISD. SISD is nothing but single instruction and single data missions, right? So in SISD mission only, this sequential order of programs will be executed. So you can see the diagram here. Here it starts with the program order L1 to Ln in the processor. So how this will be executed means it will be executed in a serial way. That means in a sequential way, one after another this will be executed. Once the execution of L1 completes only, this L2 will start. Once the completion of L2 will start over means, then only this L3 will start its execution. Likewise, this programs are executed in a sequential way. This is called a sequential consistency. But whereas in multi instruction and multiple data stream processor, that means the MIMD system processor, there will be a one shared memory is allocated for a number of processor. How this will be executed means, this will be executed in a prioritization wise. That means it will be executed not in a sequential way, it is executed in a parallel way. How we can execute this processes in parallel way means, say for example P1 and P2 is executing its processor programs in a parallel way means, say for example L1 is the program which is assigned for processor P1 and J1 is the program which is assigned for P2. Now L1 and J1 is executing parallelly means, so there is no if there is no variables are required for its interconnection means it will be executed parallelly. Suppose J1 wants the data from L1 means, at that time resource conflict is a problem will arise. So what will happen, how it will be resolved means, it will be resolved with the help of prioritization algorithms. So say in this assume that P2 is having more priority than P1 means, so what automatically in the connection the execution will start for the P2 processor. So J1 will be start executing its program, its execution. At that time L1 will stop, L1 execution will be suspended for a particular time. So this will be happen in the help of the technology called as context switching. Okay, so this context switching is one of the technology which is which will make the connections at the time of dynamic execution of its instruction in a multiple processor systems. So this is what happening in MIMD processors. So this is called as event ordering. So this process is called as event ordering, right? So here one more example is given here with the detailed examples of each processor's execution. Here when you take this example, processor 1 has the 2 instruction, processor 2 also has the 2 instruction, and processor 3 is also having the 2 instruction. You please listen this diagram. The first instruction is A equal to 1 in processor 1, and print B comma C is the next instruction. Then in processor 2, B equal to 1, print A comma C is the next instruction. In processor 3, C equal to 1, print A comma B is the next instruction. Likewise it is scheduled. Now what happens if processor 1 and processor 2 is executing parallelly means, what will happen, what is the first instruction in each processor? A equal to 1 and B equal to 1. So this will be executed simultaneously without any disturbance, without any problems. But what will happen in the next instruction of processor 1, B comma C. So print B comma C is the next instruction in the processor 1. At that time it needs the variable from processor 2. So what will happen at the time of the second instruction in processor 1, it requires the variable b, but b is also processing the instruction in processor 2. So what will happen? Some resource conflict will occur. So how to resolve this problem means it will be resolved with the help of prioritization. Say for example, processor 2 is having more priority than processor 1, means at that time print b comma c instruction execution is suspended till it completes, till the processor 2 completes its execution. Okay, so this is what happening in the order. So then next is how we can resolve this memory consistency. Means there are three questions have been given here. What are those? Means what is the behavior should a programmer accept from shared memory consistency model, right? As a programmer, what is the behavior he can expect from the shared memory consistency is the first question. And second question is how can a definition of the expected behavior coverage all of the contingency, right? Once the behavior is designed and it is expected, means how it will cover all the contingencies is the second question. And third question is how must the processor and memory system behave to ensure the consistent adherence to the expected behavior of the multiprocessor system, expected behavior of a multiprocessor system. So is the third question. By answering these three questions, we can frame the we can design and we can get the answer for event ordering and program ordering. So program ordering, as already told, that it is an order by which the memory access occurs for the execution of a single process. It is a one of the order. It is maintained in each processor, in which the execution is carried out in the depending in the sequence of the program order, right? Then here one more point is that here the program reordering is not allowed. It is not entertained in the program order concept. So we cannot reorder the programs during the execution time. Okay, then the event ordering is one of the definition. Here it is used to declare whether the memory event is legal or not. So whether that particular memory event is allowed or permitted or it is legal, so is declared and decided by the event ordering technology, right? Then sequential consistency model, it is simply called as SC model. Here one more diagram is given. It consists of n number of processes from P1 to Pn. That means processor P1 to Pn, n number of processes are connected, and these are connected with a one shared memory system in a single port memory. That memory is saved in a single port. It is accessible by a single port, right? Using the context switching mechanisms only, these processes will execute this process, right? Then Lamport definition. Lamport, I already told in this video that Lamport is one of the author who developed this sequential consistency problem. So he has come with two conditions to achieve the SE in a shared memory access. So Lamport have developed two conditions to achieve the SE in shared memory. So SE is nothing but sequential consistency. In order to execute one program in sequential way, what are the two conditions? Means he proposed the load and store operations. For this two conditions, he proposed load and store operation. We know the meaning of load and store. So what will happen means load, before a load is allowed to perform with respect to the any other processor, all previous bending load access load access which are shared with a global memory should be performed. Okay, so once a load is coming, once a new load operation is going to perform, means before going to perform, the previous bending load accesses with the global memory should be performed. It is a first condition. What is the second condition? Means it is same to the load operation only. So before going to start a new store operations with respect to the processes, all previous bending store accesses has to be completed. So these two are the conditions developed by the Lampard, and another one type is weak consistency model. This weak consistency model is developed by the author called as DBS. That's what it is called as DBS model. Here also in this DBS model also there are three conditions I have given. It is also similar to the Lampard one, but here what they are telling means all previous synchronization access must be performed before a load or store access is allowed. Okay, so before going to do a load and store operation, all previous synchronization access has to be completed, and all previous load and store access must be performed before a synchronization access is performed. Right, it is a vice versa of the previous question. And the third one is synchronization access are sequentially consistent with respect to one another. Okay, so this has to be sequentially consistent. So these three are the three conditions made in this DBS model about weak consistency model. I hope you understand this video. I will catch you in the next video about next topic. Thank you.